Hi dears, welcome back to the channel. It's Anna with you here, and you are in the recent update and the situation from here from Spain, our lovely sunny Spain and our Benidorm region. If you still are not subscribed to this channel, do so right here down below. Click on the button subscribe so that you wouldn't miss a lot of interesting and new videos that I'm preparing for you guys. So let's start with the situation. First of all, I'm so extremely happy to let you know that the situation is getting stable now. Yes, for now we can already say that the third wave is decreasing. Finally, it's decreasing. A few days before, we thought that maybe this was just a few days of a difference in data and statistics, but at the end we were able to see that no, it's actually true. The third wave is going down. Yes. Basically from this weekend, we already have the numbers, and for Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we had 47,095 new cases. It's still a lot. Yes, it's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. The situation is still extreme. It's very bad, but it's 32,000 less than it was last weekend. It's almost half less than it was, which is like, wow, in 1 week we were able to do a lot. And these are already the numbers that show us what restrictions and different measures can do with this pandemic, which is a lot. And the index of people getting sick is already 667. It's still like a big number, huge number, but at least it's not 1,000 as it was before. None of the regions here in Spain have more than 1,000 cases per 100,000 people. None of them. Even Valencian region that had like the worst number ever, and a few days ago it was like 1,300 cases per 100,000 people. Now it's only 900. None of them has more than that, so it's just awesome. Oh, I have a feeling that's going to be very positive news today. I'm in such a good mood today. Very happy to see that the situation is actually getting stable. According to our epidemiologist, the one who's in charge of checking like how the things are going on, the pandemics is here in Spain, Fernando Simon. He is one of the scientists that was always present in online press conferences, on the television. He's the one who was always giving us the new details on how the things are going on. And he basically said that even though the numbers are getting better and the situation is clearly getting better day from day, but we still probably won't be able to celebrate the Easter as we should, as we normally would celebrate. And he's saying that only by summer probably we'll be able to get back like somehow to normal life, have normal life. Somewhere better than we are right now, and we'll be able to open bars, restaurants, maybe a little bit of mobility between the regions will be open by then. Before then, for Easter, he said that if the situation would change drastically and we would have it under control, then yes, but if not, it's not going to happen. Clear as ice. And already here in Spain, the good news is that we have more than 2 million of people already immunized, which means that they've received 2 doses already of the vaccine. And we're not talking about that vaccines are wrong or right, if it's correct to do so or not, because there are pro-vaccines and the ones who just hate vaccines and think it's like the worst thing to do ever. As many people, as many opinions there are in the world, but the case is that people are just very tired here in Spain. You have to understand that we've been in like the worst situation ever. People lost their jobs. They don't have how just to provide food for their family. A lot of people are desperate here in Spain. This is why they would do anything basically to make things better. And this is also the reason why 8 of every 10 people would get the vaccine as soon as they will be called. Even though they don't like vaccines and they don't believe in vaccines, but they would get it. Just simply because of the desperate situation that they live in, because they need any kind of change. They need to be able to find the job again. They need the economy to start working again, because if not, people won't just be able to survive. This is the harsh situation that we have right now here in Spain. So people are just, everyone would just basically go and vaccinate themselves as soon as they can. What else is happening? Here in Spain, there is a very interesting project going on right now. It's still in the phase of creation and design, development, and all that, and just looking for the companies who would work with them. This is the new project. That's basically this one. What is this, you would say? This is a parking, like heliport, the parking for, no, they're not drones, but they are very, very similar to them. These are air taxis. Can you imagine? These are like air taxis. Like we're in 2021, air taxis. And basically these would be somehow similar to drones. But they would have like a capsule where the people would be able to sit down, like 1, 2, or maybe 4 people. They didn't mention the exact amount of people, but that would be able to fit in them. But these will be all electric vehicles, like air vehicles, that will be able to transport people a lot easier and faster from one city to the other here in Spain. Not inside the city itself, but connecting 20 biggest cities here in Spain. Why they're doing this, you would ask? Well, first of all, they're doing it because they want to somehow help the circulation of people and take out cars from the normal roads so that there'll be more space and there won't be that many queues and problems on the roads. Plus, they want to decrease the number of CO2, the number of gases and pollution that goes up to the air and to the atmosphere with the normal cars, because these will be 100% electric. And they also want to revive our economy somehow. They want to help Spanish economy and attract and bring investors from other countries, basically. And they are planning to work with, this company is planning to work with, by the way, this company's name is Ferrovial. Ferrovial, if you say it in English. They want to work with companies such as Airbus, which all we know who they are. They produce aircrafts and details for planes, basically. And they also want to work with Tecnalia, which is one of the Spanish companies that basically are working on a design right now of these air taxis. And they're the ones who would be working with all the software and hardware of the system to see how it would work and all the systems that they would need to have in order to be able to launch this project. It's not going to be right now in 2021. Right now, they're just developing everything. All the ideas are coming together to prepare the project. And then at the end of 2021, they will bring this project to Brussels because they are the ones who will give the money to revive the economy of our country of Spain. And if they will approve this project finally, which they said they would already, but still they need to see the final result, the final plans and all the money that need to be invested. And probably it's going to be so, but we'll have to wait maybe 2 more years before we'll see taxis flying over our heads. What else is happening? Here in our region, all the people who own bars and restaurants and cafes that are now closed, due to the restrictions here in Valencian community, bars and restaurants are not able to open. They're only available for takeaway. A lot of them were serving only food and not breakfast. And they had to somehow change drastically their way of working and their program of working, and they reinvented themselves. A lot of them bought like small tables with wheels. They put on the top like coffee machine. They've bought plastic plastic cups. They've bought some toppings, different teas and all that, and they just like croissants, maybe some kind of buns, pastry, something. And they're offering it as a takeaway on the street, on the entrance of the restaurant, because this is the only way basically to survive. Here in Albir, there is also one restaurant that is on the beach, on the front, in front of the sea. That's near Goa restaurant. I'm not sure how is it called. I'm gonna put you here the name. They have like in front, on the main entrance, they have also this kind of this kind of a table, and they just offer people to get coffee, tea, any kind of herbal infusions, cafe latte, cappuccinos with different toppings, and they offer maybe some kind of pastry as well for people to take away. Like this, they're trying at least to minimize the decrease of income that they have right now, sadly, and somehow try and survive before better times will come, hopefully sooner than later. And for example, in Alicante, there is one bar, one cafeteria that's right near Renfe, which is a train station in Alicante, main train station. And there's a bar that used to get the income of 1,400 euros a day, and used to have 14 workers working for him. Because they had, as well as inside tables, they had as well like big terrace. And right now, they only get about 200 euros a day, which is still something. It's still a lot. It's like 6,000 a month. But the rent, like the rentals are very high. The price for light, for gas, for water, social security, taxes and all that. So basically they are just working to survive. And from having 14 workers, they have only 2 right now, which is very, very sad. But at least somehow they are working, at least somehow they are getting the minimum amount of money necessary, at least to wait a little bit until everything will get better, which hopefully will be very soon, according to the numbers. Hopefully in summer, maybe even a little bit before summer, we'll be able to open bars and restaurants again, and with precautions, of course, with measures, security measures, with distance, but at least they will be able to survive until then. What about the Spanish weather? Spanish weather is very strange. We have another front from Atlantic Ocean that's coming here to Spain. I'm not sure how many we had already, but I think it's quite a lot. Starting from this year. This year it didn't start very well. People wanted 2020 to be over finally, to start 2021 fresh with maybe some positive vibes, but for now, 2021 has been worse than 2020. So people just want this year to be over once again. This is the truth for now. Maybe this will change a little bit later, hopefully. And the weather, as you can see here on the first map, it's very cloudy in almost whole Spain, here in Mediterranean area as well. But here at least it won't rain, what we cannot say about the rest of Spain, where it's gonna rain quite a lot, heavy rain as well. South part of Spain has orange color like restriction to not to go too close to the sea, because there's gonna be quite high waves on there, so you have to be very careful. The same will happen on the north part of Spain, so you have to not to get too close to the sea and to the waves, because they are very, very dangerous right now. What's happening with the temperatures? This is the second picture. Temperatures here in Spain are decreasing in some regions, but here in Mediterranean area, Benidorm, Alicante, Calpe, Valencia, they'll remain approximately the same. North part of Spain will have from 2 to 15 degrees. Center will have from 0 to 11. South part will have 10 to 18 degrees, and Mediterranean area here will have from 13 till 20. Alicante will have 19 degrees, Barcelona 16, Granada on the south in Andalusia will have 15, Sevilla, same in Andalusia, will have 18, Madrid, center of Spain, will have 10, Murcia, which is south from Alicante, will have 19, Balearic Islands, which are Mallorca, Menorca and Ibiza, will have 17 to 18 degrees. There's not going to be raining, but will be cloudy as well as here. And Canary Islands are slowly recovering from the storms, from rains and strong wind, and they'll have 21 to 22 degrees, 22 on Tenerife. So summer is coming back to Canary Islands. And here in Valencia it will be about 20 degrees as well. And what's the water temperature in the Mediterranean Sea right now, if anyone is interested in this data? Right now, the warmest water, as usual, is in Alicante. And as for today, 9th of February, the temperature is 14 degrees. It's still quite cold to swim, although I've seen already first people to getting into the Mediterranean Sea to swim, but they were with specific suits, you know, so that they will be warmer in the water. But there are some people, although it's still slightly early to swim. Here, normally people start going to the sea like in April, May, especially the ones who are coming for the holidays. But we who usually live here, we start going into the water end of May, beginning of June. These were all the news for today, my dears. I hope you enjoyed watching them. If you still didn't subscribe to the channel, please do so right here down below. Because as I've already mentioned, there's going to be a lot of interesting videos, especially from Benidorm area here on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe and put a like if you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you very, very nice day of today and see you tomorrow with another video here on the channel. Bye, dears.